Have you ever called all soil sand? You are not alone. In this video, you will master what soil is, the types of soil, the properties, and exam style question. Whether you are preparing for your O-level exam or your UTME exam, this is for you. This is for you. Or whether you are just guessing and not sure about your answer, this is for you. Watch, take note, and practice. So we are starting with what is soil. We are starting with the definition of soil. Soil. What is soil? Soil is the topmost layer. Soil is the topmost layer of the earth's surface. As you can see the diagram of the soil on your screen right now, showing on your screen. Soil is the topmost layer of the earth's surface. Soil is the topmost layer of the earth's surface. And now let's move to the component of soil. When I say component of soil, I mean what comes together to form soil. So before we move to the component of soil, soil is a place where plant grows. It is a place where plant grows on. Where plant grows on. So what comes together to form soil? Soil, it is made up of tiny particles. Tiny particles. As you can see on your screen right now, it is made up of tiny particles. Tiny particles of raw organic matter. Organic matter. And when I say organic matter, I mean dead plants and animals. Dead plants and animal. And it's also made up of bacteria, insects. It's also made up of water, air, and living organism. So soil is made up of tiny particles of raw organic matter like dead plants and animals, bacteria, insects, water, air, and living organisms. So the next part we'll be moving to is the importance of soil in agriculture and environment. So now we'll be talking about the importance of soil in agriculture and environment. In agriculture and environment. So now the first importance we'll be looking at is it supports plant growth. It supports plant growth. Soil supports plant growth. Soil also serves as the support system for plants. It serves as the support system of plants. So let's move to another importance. The next one is soil serves as water storage and filtration. Water storage and filtration. It serves as water storage and filtration. And when I say it serves as water storage and filtration, I mean once rainfall occurs, it helps during rainfall to absorb water and store seeds in the underground. So let's move to another importance. So the next importance we'll be talking about is it serves as habitat. Soil serves as habitat for organisms. It serves as habitat for organisms. Soil serves as habitat for organisms. Soil is like a home to earthworm, fungi, and it helps bacteria to break down their organic matter. So let's move to the next importance. Nutrient cycling. Soil helps in nutrient cycling. How is soil helping in nutrient cycling? Soil breaks down organic matter and once it breaks down that organic matter, it stores it and it is being reused by plants. Let's move to the next importance of soil. So let's move to the next type. So let me clean. I hope you are jotting this note that it is very important. And if you haven't subscribed, use this medium to subscribe now. So the next importance is foundation for infrastructure. Soil serves as foundation for infrastructure. How do soil serve as foundation for infrastructure? For example, building of roads, building of houses, building of farm are all built on the soil. So that is how soil serve as foundation for infrastructure. By now you should have better understanding on the importance of soil both in agriculture and in our environment. So now that brings us to the end of importance of soil in agriculture and environment. Now we'll be diving to the important part, the important aspect, which is how soil is formed. Soil is formed slowly and naturally. It is a slow and natural process. The breakdown of rock, that is how the soil is formed. The soil formation occurs in two ways. The first one is rock breakdown. Once the rock breaks down, it forms soil. The breakdown of rocks forms soil. And another way in which soil are being formed is through organic matters. And when I say organic matter like plants and animals, and not just plant and animal, dead plants and animal, they are the organic matter. I already said that earlier when treating component of soil. So I won't be writing note on that. So now I'll be moving next to the types of soil. If you have not been attentive since, please be attentive now, because types of soil, a lot of question comes out from that area. So let's dive into it. So now I'll be moving to the next one, which is types of soil. Type of soil. So the first one is sandy soil. So the texture, as you can see the sandy soil showing on your screen right now, the diagram is showing on your screen right now. So the texture of sandy soil is loosely packed. Soil drains quickly. Sandy soil drains quickly. It cannot hold water for long. So sandy soil is used to plant, is best for planting crops like watermelon, peanuts, and carrot. So these are the crops that best go well with sandy soil. So let's move to the next, which is loamy soil. So loamy soil, this is the balance. Loamy soil is the balance of mixture of sand, silt, and clay. So that is what that forms loamy soil. Unlike sandy soil, loamy soil retains water. It retains water and drains well. Loamy soil is the best for planting, and it goes well with plants like vegetables, maize, cassava, etc. A lot of crops, almost all the crops, go well with loamy soil. Loamy soil is the best to plant on for almost all the crops. So let's move to the next one, which is the clayey soil. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe now. So if I drop a new video, you will be the first person to be notified and you'll be able to watch the video. So the next type is the clayey soil. Clayey soil is best for molding. Especially pots. Clayey soil is best for molding pots. As you can see the diagram of clayey soil showing on your screen right now. That is the diagram of clayey soil. The texture of clayey soil is that once it is wet, it is always sticky. Sticky when wet, and it's always smooth, when it is dry. It's always smooth when dry. So for clayey soil can hold water and nutrients. It is very poor in drainage. It can become waterlogged. And it is best to plant crops like rice on clay soil. Crops like rice, sugarcane, and what other crops do we have? Drop it in the comment section. And we also have vegetables. You can also plant vegetables on clay soil. So now we will be moving to the properties of type of soil. So let's dive into it now. So I already draw the tabular form in order not to take much time of yours. So properties of sandy soil, loamy soil, and clay soil, clayey soil. So for sandy soil, the texture of sandy soil, it is always gritty. So for loamy soil, the texture of loamy soil is sticky. You know, I said that when writing the note on definition of loamy soil. And for clayey, when I say gritty, for those that don't know the meaning of gritty means not smooth, rough. That's the meaning of gritty. So the texture, we all know that the texture of sandy soil is rough. And for those that don't know, note that now. And for clayey soil, it's always smooth. And that is one of the reasons why it is best for molding. So let's check the water holding, how well they can retain water. So for sandy soil, it is low. Sandy soil cannot hold water for long because of its texture. So for loamy soil, it is moderate. When I say moderate, I mean normal. It can hold water not for too long and not for a shorter period of time. For clayey soil, it is high. And when I say high, it means clayey soil can hold water. It can retain water for a longer period of time. And it also causes water logging because it can hold water for a long period of time. So let's check the next one, which is nutrient holding. How well or how long can sandy, loamy, and clayey soil can retain nutrients? So for sandy soil, it is very poor. Sandy soil cannot retain or cannot hold nutrients for a long time. It's very poor. And for loamy, very rich. And for clayey, rich. So let's start from clayey. Clayey can retain nutrients for long. That is why it says rich. It can retain nutrients for long. But the one that can retain nutrients the most between sandy soil, loamy soil, and clay soil is the loamy soil. It is very rich. It can retain nutrients more than clayey and sandy soil. And that is why loamy soil is the best for planting crops. So let's move to the next one, which is drainage. How well can sandy loamy soil drains water? So let's start from sandy soil. So for sandy soil, excellent. For loamy soil, poor. For loamy soil, good. While for clayey soil, poor. Clayey soil has a very poor drainage, but for loamy soil, it has a very good drainage. But the best one for drainage is sandy soil. So let's move to the last part, which is ease of cultivation. Ease of cultivation means how easy it is for the cultivation of crops or plants on sandy soil, on loamy soil, and on clay soil. So let's start from sandy soil. So for sandy soil, it is easy to till. Easy to till. When I say easy to till, it means easy to cultivate. Crops on sandy soil, plants on sandy soil, it is easy to cultivate. For loamy soil, the same thing, easy to cultivate, easy to till. But for clayey soil, it is always hard when dry. Hard when dry. But when it is wet, it is easy to cultivate, but not too easy, unlike sandy and loamy. But it is always hard when dry. So far, we've talked about the definition of soil, that soil is the topmost layer of the earth's surface, and it is the foundation to plant, where plants grows on. It serves as the support system for plants, and we talked about the importance of soil in agriculture and environment, and we talked about how buildings are being constructed on soil, and how soil retains water and stores it in the underground during rainfall. And now we also talked about the sandy soil, the types of soil, the sandy soil, loamy soil, and clayey soil. And we also talked about the properties. Make sure you jot these properties down. It is very, very important. And if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Make sure you subscribe now. Hit that like button, turn on that notification bell, and make sure you share this video. It is very important. Don't keep this video to yourself. So the next one we're doing now is practice question. We'll be testing our knowledge using practice question on how well you understand the topic soil and its properties. So this is the practice question. I'll be treating 5 questions. So learning without practicing is of no use. After finishing our lesson, after explaining, we do practice question. That is very essential. I can check this number right here. If you are interested in joining an UTME tutorial, the ongoing UTME tutorial, just share this number on WhatsApp to join the tutorial. And you can check the description to join. And we also have a channel where we do post quizzes, daily quizzes, weekly quizzes, following the JAMB syllabus. So make sure you check the description so you can join the channel. It is very important. I can also chat me on WhatsApp to inquire to join the channel so you can practice quizzes daily and weekly. It is very important. So back to the practice question. Question 1. Which of the following soil types retains water the most? A. Sandy soil, B. Clayey soil, C. Loamy soil, D. Rocky soil. It should be loamy soil that should be here. Sorry about that. Loamy soil, D. Rocky soil. So according to the lesson I have done, which of the following soil types retain water the most? It is the clayey soil. It is the clayey soil that will retain water the most. Why is it the clayey soil? Because the clayey soil texture allows it to retain water. The smooth texture allows it to retain water the most. So clayey soil is the correct answer. Question 2. The best soil for general use is A. Sandy soil, B. Loamy soil, C. Clayey soil, D. silt. So the best soil is loamy soil. Loamy soil is ideal for farming and it is best for farming. Almost all types of crops can do well on loamy soil. So loamy soil is the appropriate answer. So guys, let's continue. Question 3. Which component of soil improves its fertility the most? A. Sand, B. Air, C. Humus, D. Water. Sand, air, humus, and water are all components of soil, but the one that improves its fertility is the humus. Humus is part of the organic matter, and humus improves the soil fertility. It improves the soil fertility, so humus is the correct answer. Question 4. A farmer observes that water drains too quickly from his farmland. The soil is likely A. Clayey, B. Loamy, C. Sandy, D. Silty. So the soil is likely to be sandy soil. Sandy soil is very porous. It has a lot of space, so it drains water too quickly and it cannot hold nutrients for longer time. So sandy soil is the correct answer. So let's move to the last question. Question 5. Which of the following is not a component of soil? A. Air, B. Plastic, C. Rock particles, D. Organic matter. So I won't be answering this question. I'll leave it to you to drop the answer in the comment section. By now, you shouldn't just be working on soil. You should have a better understanding of it. So guys, we've come to the end of this video. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe now, and I will see you in the next one. Keep learning and keep practicing.